During a late-night traffic stop in the Florida Keys, deputies pulled over a woman for failing to comply with the state's move-over law. Within minutes, she began claiming the vehicle had been assigned to her by the FBI and that the officers would need to contact federal authorities if they wanted ordinary documents. It sounds ridiculous immediately, but the confidence behind the story makes the encounter much stranger than a simple, unregistered car stop. I know a like seems like a tiny thing, but it genuinely helps these longer breakdowns reach people, so I'd really appreciate the support.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm okay. Can I help you?
I'm Deputy Castro, Monroe County Sheriff's Office. The reason why I pulled you over. Me and my partner right there on the side of the road.
Yes, I saw you.
Okay. In the state of Florida, we have a move-over law. Okay? You either need to bump it down to 20 miles an hour, or you got to try to move over to the left-hand side.
Well, I actually followed the vehicle in front of me because I literally thought, should I scoot over? Nope, we're going straight. I mean, the other vehicle did the same thing in front of me, so...
Well, I was looking at my computer, but I felt my car shake when you passed me. Can I have your license, registration, proof, or insurance, please?
You're going to have to contact the Federal Bureau for my information, I'm sorry. I'll give you, because that's what I'm here for, is work. And this is the vehicle they put me in, so you're going to have to contact them for that.
For your registration and everything?
Yep. You're going to have to contact them in Jackson County, in Jacksonville, Florida.
You don't have no registration in this vehicle?
Nope, this is what they put me in.
Huh?
No, I do not. It's registered in Karen Niver's name from 2018 on. That's who I got the vehicle from. This is the vehicle that the Federal Bureau put me in. So you're going to have to contact them.
Okay.
You're welcome to get my information and get their information. That's fine, but that's what's going on.
You traveling down here?
I'm headed north.
Okay. Are you just here on vacation?
No, I'm here for work, I said.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. What do you do for the federal?
I don't think that's any of your business.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'll be right back.
Thank you.
So I asked her for registration. She goes, you got to contact the Federal Bureau of Investigation for it. This is one of their cars. I said, she goes, I'm here for work. I asked her what for. She didn't give me any information. And this isn't coming back to anybody. The car isn't. I need to get the VIN, but there's a dog inside. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm okay. What's the deal with hitting the vehicle?
What do you mean, hit the vehicle?
Yeah, is there a reason the vehicle kind of keeps getting hit? Or
Where?
when you walk by it?
What do you mean, ma'am? No one hit the vehicle.
When you walk by it, feels like somebody touched it?
What's wrong with that, ma'am?
Is that what I was feeling?
Yeah, you have your license with you?
But is that what I'm feeling?
I'm not sure what you mean, man. No one hit your vehicle.
7121, check Florida
Why
103.
did you touch it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why?
I just touched it, ma'am.
What traffic?
What seems to be the problem with that?
I could feel it, and this nice gentleman said that I drove by his shade. My sway bars broke. When you touch
Okay,
it,
so you have mechanical issues?
I'm finishing what I was saying.
Okay, so you have mechanical issues with your vehicle. That's what
So when you walk by and touch it for no reason, I was inquiring.
Okay, so you're trying to tell me that you have mechanical issues with your vehicle. That's the reason you're...
No. I was trying to ask you why you were touching the vehicle.
Okay, what's going on with this? Stop. It's a move over law. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and sign it? Yeah, but I need your registration and insurance, ma'am.
Contact the Federal Bureau.
4103, Habitat, Florida,
Because I'm here for work and that's who you need to contact.
That's who you need to contact?
I already informed this officer.
All right, that's fine.
What are you being nosy for? Your body cam isn't out. You're being disrespectful right now.
Ma'am, my body worn camera is out.
No, I'm asking you what are you doing because you're being disrespectful right now.
I was
dealing with this deputy right here and you're being nosy for just no reason. This is an invasion of privacy, completely disrespectful.
It's a traffic stop, ma'am.
For no reason.
It is a reason. I pulled you over and I'll let you know the reason.
But this is inappropriate.
It's inappropriate. We're asking for your documentation. You
I would like to know if you're an impersonator.
Let me
I would
explain.
like to
No,
know
I'm
if you're
Deputy
an
Minor with the Morrow County Sheriff's Office.
47 Victor Golf,
I am Deputy Minor with the Morrow County Sheriff's Office. That's who I am.
And you have any ID on you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a card with your badge number and your county.
We don't have a badge number. We have a call
You need
number,
to
ma'am.
listen to my words very
No,
carefully.
let me explain to you,
When
ma'am.
I ask if you're an impersonator, it's important
Ma'am,
that you
I'm
have
not an impersonator. I just
identification.
told you who I am and who I work for.
And I asked if you had a card
Ma'am,
with
you're
your
not going to
ID
let me
on it.
explain. Hey, we're bickering back and forth. It's not going to get nowhere.
I asked one question. I'm not bickering.
Ma'am, you're bickering back and forth with me. If you're going to talk over me, we're not going to get nowhere with this, okay? We're going to go ahead and get a supervisor here since you
So here's mine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
do you need to get a supervisor out here? Apparently you don't want to explain or you don't want to provide
I've already spoken
no
to
type
him.
of registration.
I've already spoken
So we're
to
going to go ahead and wait for our supervisor. In the meantime, go ahead and provide your registration.
And you can contact the Federal Bureau. I'm here
For what
work.
reason? For what reason?
Because I'm here for work, and that's what our protocol is.
Oh,
this
so-
is the vehicle they put me in, and if you would like to contact them
Yes.
for further information,
No,
then you
I
can.
need your registration.
You
I'm
need
pretty
to
sure if you
contact
drive,
the Federal Bureau.
Ma'am,
Jacksonville,
like I said,
Florida.
you're going to keep going back and forth with me?
I gave you an answer. That's all I can do.
Okay, just wait for the sergeant to get here.
Okay, that's fine.
I ran it on too. I had them give me a return.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Sarge. Did you hear us on the radio?
I did. I was talking to Mary. What's up?
Can you respond to our location at the 89?
I can.
Okay.
Alright.
This lady's giving us an issue, and George asked you to come.
Alright, so you were asking if the supervisor, not her.
Well, no, we're asking for a supervisor.
Alright.
Alrighty.
April Victor, uniform.
April,
Yes, sir.
quick question.
Yes, sir.
Are you an FBI agent? If you are, do you have credentials? That's all we're asking.
You have to give them my name.
Give them your name.
Yes, sir.
You don't have credentials at all.
You have to give them my name. This is a highly on the down low case, and I am not able to disclose with you anything other than to be as honest as I can, but that's all I can say to you.
Okay, I'm just trying to be reasonable.
Yeah,
with
and
you,
I'm just
okay?
trying to be as honest.
I know. But at the end of the day,
I can give you their direct address and number, and then some names for the Federal Bureau. That's the best I can do for you.
okay.
And I do have registration from the prior owner for this,
Okay.
but it is from 2018 or 2021. You're welcome to see it if you'd like.
May I see it?
Yes, I'm going to get in my purse. Thank you for wearing your body cam.
Yes, ma'am. We all do. He is. I am. Our in-car's on.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, so here is... This is from insurance and then the DMV.
Okay.
It is Montana and Nevada, and I am from Oregon.
Okay.
This is just different verification, so you can see the VIN number with it. Karen was a veteran. She's passed away now, and I want to make sure she's remembered. I was keeping that together for because her son is a part of this, so it's great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. All right, I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Control 1.
Good evening, ma'am. Sergeant Escalation. How are you tonight?
I've been better. How are you?
Good. I was just asking for your registration. Give it up.
I went ahead and gave him what I have. I've been on a job ever since.
Okay.
And then they called you.
07.
What's your
10
name?
Charlie Echo.
I'm not able to disclose that for you. I'm sorry.
EWD.
Here's the thing.
In a silver, correction, green four-door Home Depot.
I do have documents for the vehicle. I went ahead and gave it to him. I did not at first. I wanted to make sure he's not an impersonator. Well, you're here now and you asked me a question and I'm giving you an answer. And you don't know what kind of work I'm here on, but you can understand So you're a deputy or a sergeant, I'm sorry, but you do not work for the FBI.
It's him.
Well, that is, the FBI is not... How can I help you?
I'm trying to find out what.
Did you check with him? Did you check with him my identification?
Yeah, I did.
Then what can I do for you?
Ma'am, if you're driving an unregistered motor vehicle, that's a crime in the state of Florida.
Well, I've already been pulled over. I was parked from sleeping, and I've already had everything ran. Just last night, by the way. Just south a bit before I hit Key West, and everything was fine. But I was parked on the side of the road going to sleep. So if you actually run my name and you'll look and you'll see, you're
I'm not
probably
worried about yesterday. I'm talking about today because they ran your information yesterday. I'm telling you your vehicle is currently not registered. So I'm asking you to provide some type of information and why that is.
I already provided my information and I already informed you of what I can give you.
I'm going to inform you something, okay?
What can I do
If
for
I
you?
can't verify this information, I'm going to end up towing this vehicle.
Well then,
I'm trying to help you out. I showed up and tried to clarify some information.
okay. Well
And
then,
you're not being helpful.
what else can I do for you right now? You want me to roll the windows up and you can call a tow company?
That's not what I want you to do. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to provide us a solution.
I already gave him my identification and what registration I have. You can call the Federal Bureau in Jacksonville, Florida.
I'm not interested in calling the federal bureau.
Well, that's what.
This is the state issue.
Well, that is what you can do if you'd like further information. Otherwise, I can roll the windows up and leave it locked. I'll grab my dog and wait for a tow.
Just sit tight for a second. I'll be right with you. So is her car registered or not?
It's not registered since 2018.
Since 2018.
Yes. We'll tow the vehicle, give her a criminal citation. She refuses to get out of the car. We'll just hook her.
So we ran the registration.
Yeah.
We clarified it with dispatch, right?
Yeah, just clarified.
Okay.
That vehicle's been registered to someone else, not her.
Someone that's not her.
Yeah, that's not her. She's not providing the
That's just
registration.
the federal government put her in. Okay.
She hasn't provided any.
She never showed you her creds, right?
No credentials. He asked her.
Not that it
do
would
you
matter.
Are you a federal agent working for the FBI?
No, she's not.
Of course she's not. She's living out of her car.
Correct.
We asked her again to provide her registration and insurance. She couldn't do that.
Right.
She kept saying
You guys
that.
leave back.
I'm gonna leave.
I have to tow your car. Give me your car.
No, I do not think so.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, can you give me the
You
keys?
not
No.
comply with our
No,
orders,
my
you're
dog
going to
is-
go to jail.
My dog is in the vehicle, and I do not trust you. I'm
We're
gonna
not-
wait for a tow.
Listen to me.
I am not giving
You
you,
don't
my
get to
keys.
dictate what's
I am
going
not
on.
giving you my keys.
Then you're going to go to jail.
Well, then get animal control here. I have a dog
will.
registered with and license.
You're not running stuff here.
You are.
Give me your car keys right now.
For
or you're
what
gonna go to jail.
reason?
I'm towing your car.
I will get my stuff out of there. I just locked it.
Ma'am, you don't have a choice in this matter.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
The tow truck is not here. Yes, I do.
I'm going to tell you one more time. If
No.
you are not
No.
complying with a lawful order, you are going to go to jail. I do not want to take you to jail because you want to have an attitude. All right?
Okay.
You don't get to dictate the terms here.
Okay.
Am I clear on that?
Are you gonna call Jacksonville?
I'm not calling anybody.
Okay, then I'm gonna unlock the vehicle because you're not gonna leave me unfree willingly to get my dog out of the vehicle.
If you keep talking, you're
Okay.
going to be unfree to go.
I understand you don't like the way I'm speaking, but I'm being very,
I don't care how
very,
you speak
very
to me.
calm.
You don't need to do anything special to me other than comply with my
You said to get out of the vehicle and sign a citation, and then I could go
You have
back
a criminal
to the vehicle.
citation ready? No. Grab it.
We're gonna go ahead and tow that vehicle. Make sure you
Not
make
going back to
arrangements.
the vehicle.
So now the dog has to stay in the vehicle,
No, the dog can go with you or to animal control.
so I can go back to my vehicle, get my dog and his
The minute
jacket.
you relinquish those keys so I can tow that car, you can go back and get anything you want out of that car. I'm not going to go back to that
You
car. with
said
this
I
car
can
key.
sign a citation.
I'm not going to continue arguing with you. Say it one more time.
And neither am I. I'm going to wait to sign the citation. I'm waiting
Give
for
me
the
your
tow.
car keys.
I have done nothing for you to act this way.
Ma'am.
This is harassment right now.
Okay. Give me your car
This
keys.
is harassment.
I'll tell you again.
Hello, my name is April, and this is harassment from your South Florida Deputy Department. You are Sergeant. What was your last name?
Sergeant Askins.
Sergeant Askins. Okay.
As I said when I first talked to you.
Okay.
I
Thank
need
you.
you to give me your car keys. Now.
I have never had this happen before. I'm not giving you my tow numbers here. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm really sorry.
Right back. You're operating an unregistered motor vehicle on the highways of Florida. I've asked you several times. You're going to get a court date. You still don't want to listen. You don't want to comply.
Do you feel better, right?
I don't feel feel better about
Do
anything.
you feel better?
I feel better if you cooperate.
I am cooperating. I'm going to make sure you're not an impersonator. Because if you are, then you're going to be in quite some trouble. This one right here as well.
The most revealing thing about this stop is not that April claims to work for the FBI. It is how she uses that claim. She does not present federal employment as a simple fact. She uses it as a shield against ordinary questions. Registration? Contact the FBI. Insurance? Contact the FBI. Why is the vehicle in someone else's name? Classified assignment? Credentials? The case is too sensitive. Why can't she provide basic documentation? Federal protocol. That pattern tells you the claim is less about identity and more about control. The deputies begin with a completely routine request: license, registration, and proof of insurance. Instead of producing the documents or admitting she does not have them, April tries to move the entire interaction into a world where the officers are too low-ranking to question her. She wants them to believe they have accidentally interrupted something bigger than themselves. It is a clever social tactic in theory. People hesitate around federal authority. Nobody wants to be the small-town deputy who interferes with a secret operation. By suggesting that the real explanation exists somewhere above their clearance level, she is trying to make uncertainty work in her favor. The problem is that real authority usually becomes more verifiable when challenged, not less. A legitimate federal agent would normally have credentials, agency contact information, government plates or documentation, and some professional way to resolve the confusion. April offers none of that. Every request produces another layer of mystery. The vehicle is supposedly federal, yet it appears connected to a deceased private owner. The registration is years out of date. The paperwork she eventually produces does not solve the problem. Her explanation becomes more complicated while the evidence stays extremely simple. The car is not properly registered. That contrast is what destroys the performance. Her insistence that the deputies might be impersonators adds another psychological layer. It is a form of reversal. She is the one making an extraordinary claim without credentials, yet she redirects suspicion toward the uniformed officers standing beside marked patrol vehicles and recording the encounter. That move is not random. Accusing the other side of exactly what they are beginning to suspect about you can be an effective way to disrupt the conversation. Instead of explaining herself, she forces them to defend themselves. Now the topic is their badges, their cards, their body cameras, and their legitimacy. For a few minutes, it works. The officers spend time identifying themselves, calling supervisors, checking records, repeating questions, and trying to give her room to produce something credible. In my opinion, they are almost too patient during the early part of this stop. Their restraint is professional, but each additional round of the same argument allows her to keep acting as though the issue is unresolved. It is not unresolved. The vehicle either has valid registration or it does not. She either has verifiable federal credentials or she does not. A secret case narrative does not suspend state traffic laws. Even if someone truly works for a federal agency, that does not give them a personal exemption from registration requirements, insurance laws, traffic stops, or lawful commands. Federal employment is not diplomatic immunity, and a government-issued vehicle would usually make the documentation easier for officers to verify, not require them to call an office in Jacksonville based solely on the driver's word. That is why the supervisor eventually stops entertaining the story. He recognizes that April is trying to dictate the investigation rather than participate in it. Her language reveals that expectation repeatedly. She tells officers whom to call, what information they are allowed to request, when she will unlock the vehicle, how the tow should happen, and under what conditions she will remove her dog. She behaves as though cooperation means approving the officer's requests one at a time, but cooperation during a lawful stop does not mean the driver remains in charge. Once the car is confirmed as unregistered, the deputies have a straightforward problem. The vehicle cannot simply continue down the road. They can issue a criminal citation, arrange the tow, and allow her to collect the dog and personal belongings. That is still a relatively manageable outcome. She turns it into an arrest by refusing to surrender the keys and treating every instruction as another invitation to negotiate. This is where the legal situation separates into two distinct layers. The registration issue explains why the vehicle is being towed and why she faces the original charge. Her refusal to comply with the investigation and towing process creates the obstruction problem. The officers do not need the FBI story to be false in order to enforce either of those laws. That is important because people often focus on the most dramatic part of a case and miss the easier legal route. Proving someone falsely impersonated a federal agent can require more than simply showing that they told an absurd story. Authorities may need evidence that the person deliberately assumed that role and acted through it in a legally meaningful way. The deputies do not need to solve that larger question on the roadside. They already have an unregistered vehicle, missing documentation, refusal to sign or cooperate, and repeated interference with the tow. The ordinary charges are much easier to establish than the theatrical one, and that is probably the most ironic part of the entire encounter. April keeps trying to turn herself into the central figure of a federal mystery, while the officers are arresting her over something painfully mundane, bad registration and refusal to follow basic instructions. The fake status performance also appears to protect her from embarrassment. Admitting this vehicle has not been properly registered for years would place her in an ordinary, vulnerable position. Claiming I am on a confidential federal assignment transforms negligence into importance. That is psychologically attractive. Instead of being a woman driving an illegal vehicle, she becomes someone whose work is too sensitive for local officers to understand. Instead of lacking documentation, she is protecting classified information. Instead of being unable to answer questions, she is refusing because of protocol. It is not merely a lie. It is a complete upgrade of the self. That may explain why she defends it so intensely even after the story is obviously failing. Letting go of the FBI identity would mean falling all the way back into the ordinary reality of the stop. For someone who is invested emotionally in that role, the humiliation of admitting the truth may feel worse than the practical consequences of continuing. The officer's handling of Wilbur creates a strange but useful contrast. Once April is in custody, the scene becomes much calmer and more practical. Animal control arrives. Officers carefully work out how to remove a frightened dog from an unfamiliar vehicle. They avoid forcing the animal, adjust the lighting, use a leash, and give him time to settle. That section matters because it shows the difference between genuine uncertainty and manufactured uncertainty. Wilbur is scared, unpredictable, and unable to understand what is happening. The officers respond with patience because patience is actually necessary. April, by contrast, understands the questions perfectly well. Her confusion is strategic. She keeps the situation vague because vagueness gives her room to control it. The same officers who spend time safely handling the dog are not behaving like reckless aggressors looking for an excuse to arrest someone. They were willing to issue a citation and tow the car. They repeatedly asked for compliance. They explained the consequences. The arrest came only after April made the simpler resolution impossible. Her concern for her belongings and her son's ashes also brings a human element into the case. Those details make her less cartoonish. She is not just the fake FBI woman. She has attachments, grief, and things that matter deeply to her. But having a painful history or valuable personal property does not make the earlier conduct lawful. It simply reminds us that people can be emotionally complicated and still create completely avoidable legal problems. The later failure to appear fits the same pattern as the stop itself. She is offered a legal process with clear instructions and a court date, yet once again behaves as though participation is optional. That is what ultimately makes this more than a bizarre roadside misunderstanding. The pattern is consistent. When a normal system places a requirement on her, she responds by inventing a larger system that supposedly outranks it. The deputies were not required to become investigators in her imaginary federal operation. They only had to determine whether she could legally operate the vehicle in front of them. She could not. Everything after that was April trying to make a registration problem feel like classified government business. The story may have sounded important in her head, but it still ended with the car on a tow truck, Wilbur with animal control, and a bench warrant waiting when she failed to show up.